So you must have seen the video of two African American ladies that went to Switzerland and gave hell to this Nigerian cab driver, Uber driver actually. So it's been doing rounds, went viral on the internet and stuff like that. So many people bombarded my inbox. Phrankleen, have you seen this? I've watched it a few times and stuff. So, I have a few important things to say about that video, all right? So these two African American ladies, they traveled to Switzerland and they must have hired this brother via Uber as a taxi driver, maybe to take them to their hotel or something like that. So long and short was the brother then, perhaps had a preconceived notion that, every other black person who's come from America will be anti-Donald Trump, right? So against Donald Trump. So the brother must have started a conversation and was talking against Donald Trump. So from what I gathered, the brother by roots, by background is being Nigerian and stuff like that. So anyway, he came up with the political topic, which was against Trump, and clearly these two ladies are pro-Trump, and of course that led to major fireworks and stuff. And the lady had so many things, so many particularly derogatory comments against Africa in the video. She went off and, said so much things about Nigeria, particularly the governance of Nigeria, how terrible she believed the leaders are and how the citizens are being oppressed and violated on a daily basis, the catastrophic failings of a collective of African leaders. And she went on and on and on. And, of course, this went viral. So, but here's my observation, right? Now, first of all, from my point of view, the brothers, the taxi driver, he got more than he bargained for. Rule number one, you're a taxi driver, very sensitive topics, political topics and religious topics, okay? I should know that because I'm a content creator and stuff. This brother made a mistake. You should have remained professional, right? And just take those people from A to B, like someone who has used Uber and taxis in the past. Some drivers, very professional. Oh, how's your day going? And you all right? Oh, what do you think about the weather? Those sorts of conversation. And the moment they get the indication that you're not really chatty or you're not really interested, if I'm having a great day, I'm in a mood, I can have a bit of a chat with them, back and forth. And then one conversation might be an opening into another conversation, and you might end up talking a bit about politics or something like that, and then before you know, you're at your destination and you wave them goodbye, and that usually form basis for giving them a good review if you're using Uber and stuff like that. So I can get that, okay? Because some people don't like the fact that the driver just sat there, it's not even chatty, it's not checking on them or something like that. Anyway, so the long and short was this brother had negative comments about Trump. Big deal. Plethora of Americans don't like Trump, and there are also a huge number of Americans that love Trump. But the main takeaway from this, for me particularly, and it's a message to particularly Nigerians. The reason I'm saying this is because that lady, those two ladies, particularly the main one that held the camera for long, had so much to say, trashed the driver, talked about the bad governance in Nigeria, how the leaders, failed their citizens, how they talked about Boko Haram and all this clearly, obvious failings that are, available in the public domain for anyone to find out about Nigeria. And also, most African countries, I can personally tell you, most African country leaders are worse than Donald Trump. I'm not a fan of Trump, okay? I don't care for Trump. I don't like him, don't like what he's about, but I'm not an American. But there is one thing people should learn from this. Patriotism. I love this about Americans. Forget about the political differences. I'm a Democrat, I'm a Republican and all that nonsense. I'm not interested in that. But Americans, regardless of the obvious shortcomings of America as a country, their failings, their interference, meddling into the affairs of other countries, and the catalogue of failings they've got from years, from way back, the same with like the UK and all that stuff. USA 24/7. They love their country. You cannot stand in front of a true American and try to tear down America. They will come for your jugular, right? I respect that, right? I respect that. Take, for example, Russia, right? I've got nothing against Russia, but clearly Russia, they've got their plethora of imperfections, their failings, their shortcomings. But I've come across a few Russians, whilst living here in the UK. They don't talk down about their country, right? There might be, I've met a couple of Russians in the past who don't like Putin and all that stuff, but there's a difference between not liking the current government or the current man in power, but they talk proudly about their country. That's patriotism, right? But most Nigerians are notorious for one thing, right? You go around, I've said this on my channel before, this is why this caught my attention. You trash talk about your leaders, you have a lot of toxicity to disseminate 24/7. Basically, you take the entirety of your country, you beat it to the ground, you come on social media, you put America on your head. I don't care if you're a citizen of America or you're a permanent resident, you have a green card in the States, you have American passport and stuff like that. First of all, you're a Nigerian. I'm a British citizen, right? I am Nigerian by roots, right? The likes of Wadimaya. Wadimaya lives in China, for example. The brother uses his platform, projects Ghana, puts Ghana in a positive way, puts Ghana on the positive spotlight, showcases Africa, travels around. It's fantastic because why? One, the mainstream media have their own stereotypically generated perception of Africa, which is all intentional, it's deliberate, to show us as horrible, terrible, disgusting, unhealthy, whilst in the background the powers that be are digging into our resources. It's all intentional. But back to Nigerians, right? You are always destroying your own country. You tear your countries down, you tear down your... Now, don't get me wrong. The current governing structure, to put it quite simply, or to put it in a subtle manner, maybe unpalatable. We get that. But to wear the badge of honor, to uphold your country where you're hailed from, and this is also common amongst many black folks. We come abroad, we're diasporans. You adopt the citizenship of all these places and you ditch the motherland. You throw the motherland in the drain, you trash talk. It's absolutely wrong. So if I destroy Nigeria as a whole, so who am I expecting to uphold Nigeria for me? What? The white man? The United Kingdom? The United States? The African leaders, right? They are puppets, most of them. They failed us, misused resources, failed to create infrastructures. It's all deliberate. So some of the things that this were, the Boko Haram issue, it's been on for years. It's there. There's a part of me that got infuriated. But we've got to learn to embrace the truth. You're the ones that will come, you trash talk your own country, you would put Canada, America. I know America is, is trash too in certain areas. They've got their failings. But I cannot disregard one thing, their patriotism, believing in their country. It's their bloody right to. Right? We need to do better. Somebody like me, if something is wrong, let's condemn it. I use my platform. So when we're talking about, maybe migrating back home, setting businesses back home, 8 out of 10 times you get a lot of Nigerians, they have negativity. Trash talking like, the UK is better, There's no way as a black person you can lay claims to all these places. African Americans, America was built off the back of African Americans. African Americans, the generations after generation up until now, they're still fighting for their rights to be respected and upheld. How much more you that traveled in recent years to come here, right? The only thing that I would say about that lady, it's clear that she's very ignorant because she made very nasty comments. African American, you are an African. Even if I understand, America is all that you know right now. I get that. There's been a generational disconnect from the motherland due to slavery and all that stuff. I get that. But you are an African. In fact, if we go into the DNA side of things, I wouldn't be surprised if they can trace your roots to you being originally having a Nigerian bloodline or Ghanaian bloodline in you. We are all one. We are all the same. But I'll put all that ignorance and all that stuff on the shelf, right? Black folks, especially those of you from Nigeria, you need to learn, and other African countries, learn to uphold your countries. Speak positively. When the time comes to condemn certain actions, or maybe some of us have done something wrong whilst living abroad and dragging the image of the country in the mud. Fine. Let's condemn it collectively and say that's not good enough. But you must never trash your country. It's a code of practice. The Chinese, everybody knows so many unpleasant stories about China. The Chinese wear the badge of their countries with honor. The same with several other countries. But Nigerians and so many other Africans, you trash your own countries. So what you're effectively doing is you're stripping yourselves of your integrity to please other people in their own lands. So why should they take us seriously? Have you not noticed all the things that you see in the media? Once a Nigerian XYZ has been apprehended for credit card fraud or whatever, boom, headlines. There's so many countless white, black, whatever in America that do the same things. Even worse, they throw us under the negative spotlight, right? The Nigerian prince email jokes is what they know us for globally. But having said that, there are so many high-flying, successful Nigerians. They never do that. You know why they would never? We need to start telling our own stories. That's the way I see it. That's my reaction to this video, right? The winner from the gentleman, he failed catastrophically by being unprofessional, trying to sell his political views about Donald Trump to those ladies. And unfortunately, there were people who are pro-Trump, regardless of them being black. So I hope he learns from that. And then there's something about maybe he might be American. There's a lot of speculation. I don't know. We don't have evidences of that. But, and I must also say that the same lady in that video, right? I've seen a video online where just a few weeks ago, she was seen defacing the Black Lives Matter mural, the painting that was done across the road from the Trump Tower in the States, pouring a black paint and saying all sorts of nasty stuff. So sounds a bit like someone who's got some deeply rooted issues. But of course, that's not the bone of contention here. The bone of contention is we as Africans need to come together as one. Africans, African Americans, as far as I'm concerned, we are one. Africans, you need to put your countries, your nations, under the positive light. The West, the white man, the powers that be are not going to tell our stories for us. They won't. If you carry on trashing your country because you get the opportunity to have a British passport, American passport, you're stripping yourself, your children, you're stripping yourselves of your identity, of your integrity. And that's exactly what they want in the Western society. Okay? You can talk trash about Nigeria from now to the end of time. Nobody's going to give you an award. Basically, you're saying your roots, where you came from, is absolutely disgusting. There's nothing to write home about. There's nothing positive about it. There's nothing great about it. Oh, you now want to die for America. But the truth is, America doesn't give a toss about you. The West doesn't care. They use us to keep the wheel going. And that's fact. And they're not about to change that. Anyway, that's me done. It's your boy Phrankleen. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. What do you think, man? Let's keep that conversation going on below, man. Thank you for watching. And I will definitely catch you in the next one. Peace and love. Bye now.